Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I bought a Polaris Sportsman 1000. Always wanted a 1000, never really in my price range, but I found one that was totally a reasonable price. So I get in the car, it's an hour and a half away, and I start driving there. Halfway there, the guy calls me, tells me that he's like, hey, you know this thing doesn't move, right? I'm like, no, I didn't know that. And he's like, oh, do you still want it? And I'm like, yeah, we'll talk when I get there. He goes, my wife didn't put it in the post, I apologize for that. So I'm on my way there and I'm thinking, okay, maybe we'll just get it a little cheaper. And I'm like, he says it needs a transmission sensor, which there's no way a transmission sensor would make a belt-driven Polaris not run or not move rather. So I'm like, it's probably a transmission. But then when I got there, I turned it on. The thing runs perfect. It's got some cool accessories on it. It's got plow and everything. When I started it up, I think I have like a sneaky suspicion on what it is. And my suspicion is mostly based on the fact that belts are weak points in Polarises. So let's go ahead and take a look at this thing. Like I said, I have a sneaky suspicion on what it should be, and I'm very curious to see what it is. I was dying the whole way home. I really wanted to, pull over and take a look at it, but I never ended up doing that, obviously. So here it is. Let's go take a look at it. So like I said before, I totally got like a sneaky suspicion on this belt. I'm just gonna peel a few screws off it and take a look at it, because it's most likely that. And look at that, shredded belt. It's like exactly what I expected. Because it's much more likely for a belt to blow than a transmission to blow. So I was willing to take my chances on this one and kind of work the cost of a transmission if need be into the whole build. All right, so I'm gonna take this all the way off and then pull the belt and clean out the shards and go from there. So we got pretty much all of the shredded belt out. Got all of this shit. That's what pretty much came out. And got a belt now. So I'm gonna throw this guy on and do wheelies or something. So it pretty much took me like 10 seconds to break it again. I just took it through the woods, and I'm pretty sure the belt, like chunks of belt came back out of the breather and then went back onto the belt. And, it chewed itself up again. So I'm assuming, I got to take it out and actually take the time to clean it right. I just kind of slapped the belt on there because I wanted to run it really quick. So we're going to pull it apart again, and I'm going to actually clean the clutches this time. So fast forward a few days, I got a new belt in, and I ran this primary clutch through the dishwasher to clean it up. And that is by far the best way to clean a primary clutch, and a secondary too. But the secondary, on these ATVs, it's kind of difficult to pull it out with the way the breather's situated. So I just kind of gave up and figured I'd blow that thing out. There's obviously a lot more going on in the primary clutch than the secondary clutch. But one more thing left to do. While it's out, I want to add some cross hatching to the clutch. So the best way to do this is with some Scotch-Brite, and you kind of just clean in that pattern, right? So like you just work your way around like that, and then like that, and what that does is it helps the belt grip a little, and it adds a little surface to this. This is pretty heavily ridged, but I think it's going to be fine. I don't see any cracks or anything like that. So that's All you need is some Scotch-Brite, and it's the best thing to do. You want to just work your way around. Do that for the primary and the secondary clutch. It basically just gives the belt something to grab on. In the meantime, while I was waiting for the belt, put some heated grips on. I bought the ones that clamp on. Kind of like those, honestly. I lowered the springs down so it should ride a little bit better. They were absolutely cranked along with a lift kit, so it rode okay for what it was. I mean, usually these tires ride like absolute shit, but I'm gonna go take it for a ride, and hopefully I don't crash or break it within the first 5 minutes. Luckily, didn't crash it. And I mean, it rides good now. It's got a little low end belt chirp, but I'm not really all that concerned about it. So thanks for watching. If you like this kind of stuff, please like and subscribe, because it really helps me build the channel. Thanks. Bye.